Hi guys, today we're going to start with the operations with integers, and the first thing we're going to do is adding integers. I'm only going to do one concept at a time to help you so you don't get confused. Okay, let's look at the different examples we can possibly get. The first one is when we've got a positive integer plus a positive integer, and our answer will always be positive. This is exactly like the little plus sums that you've been doing since grade 1. Just to illustrate it, I've got two examples here, and I'm going to show it on your number line for you. In other words, in this case, I've got 3. I plus 1, 2 in a positive direction, and my answer will be 5. 5 plus 3 is 8, and it will work exactly the same way. So that's normal integers like you've been doing since grade 1. Everything is positive. The next thing we're going to do is when we work with two negative numbers. So in this case, a negative plus a negative will always give us a negative answer. Okay, you might get confused because there's a plus symbol in the middle, but all that plus symbol tells us is that we're adding another negative. It helps me to think of this in terms of money. So I will tell myself I already owe 3 Rand, so I will start with -3 on the number line, and then I plus 2 Rand more debt. In other words, I plus something negative. So I'm moving more in a negative direction. So my answer there would be -5. Okay, so all you do is you write a negative number and you plus your two numbers together, and that will be your answer. And you're welcome in the beginning to use your number line to help you. The only one that might be slightly confusing is when you get something like this. And that is when you've got positives and negatives. And especially with these, your number line will help you to understand it. But this rule that I gave you over here will help you to quickly do it in a worksheet situation. I'm just going to illustrate them on the number line so that you understand where it comes from. Now, the first one we've got there is +3 plus -2. In other words, like I said, I like to think of it in money. I've got 3 Rand and I spend 2 of the 3 Rand. So I move 1, 2 in a negative direction, and my answer will be 1. Okay, now let's quickly do it, the next one, using the rule that I showed you. -5 plus 3. I ask myself, what is bigger, 5 or 3? Ignore the sign for now. 5 is the bigger number, and in front of the 5 is a negative symbol. So my answer will be negative. I will use the negative sign. Then I'm simply just going to say 5 minus 3, and my answer will be -2. Now you can test that on your number line as well, just to see if you're correct. And I said I start at -5, and then, in other words, I've got 5 Rand debt. I get 1, 2, 3 Rand, and now I only have 2 Rand debt. So the answer is -2. Let's look at the next one. -5 plus 8. 8 is the bigger number, so my answer will be positive. We don't write the positive sign in front of it, but I don't mind in the beginning while you're practicing it if you do it. And then 8 minus 5 will be 3. Okay, practice these on your worksheet, and please ask if you get stuck.